Good morning, members. I'm Isabelle Renaud, President and CEO of the St. Johns County Chamber of Commerce, and it's a pleasure to be here with you today. As you've seen in the email I sent yesterday, I announced that the St. Johns County Chamber of Commerce was moving its event online, and it's the first time that we are able to bring you today our first of a series of interviews and videos of business members and business leaders who have the expertise to help you navigate through the issue of COVID-19. So this morning you will hear from Danielle Silva, who is the branch manager at Spherion, and she's going to tell you how to deal with remote work and remote worker and how can you implement that for your business so you can safely continue to work but in a safe environment. Kathy Newman, our Economic Development Manager of the Chamber, and she's also in charge of Emergency Support Function 18 for Business and Industry. She will be working with Danielle through this process this morning, so enjoy this. As soon as we wrap up, we will email that to you. If you have questions, please make sure that you send your questions to kathy.newman@sjcchamber.com, and she will call you directly to answer your questions. Have a great day, keep informed, and stay safe.
Danielle, for someone who's working from home for the first time, what would you give as a tip to creating a space or giving them some comfort with that new work from home environment?
I would suggest that going into a new work from home environment would try to mirror their current work schedule. So if you're on the phone often, you want to make sure that your workspace is set so that you have a door that you can close to block out any of the other distractions, your family, your pets, for the time that you're on the call. But if you're working from home and most of your work is digital, where you're not utilizing a phone or verbal communication, you can set your workspace to mirror that as well, where you have, your laptop or desktop might be higher raised on a table versus a bed. You want to make sure that you try to keep that same schedule that you would in an office, even when you're working from home.
So another thing we discussed was there are definitely some advantages to working from home. What would you see as advantages to the employee from a work from home situation?
While I wouldn't recommend wearing pajamas the whole time, we are able to, when you're working from home, throw on a pair of jeans and a t-shirt and not have to worry about going into the office. So that is a huge plus in my head. Also, you're able to make healthier meals, right? So that hour of a lunchtime that you would normally have in the office, you're already home. So you can use that time to prep a healthier lunch. Make sure those, instead of grabbing chips in the vending machine, you're actually having carrots and ranch or whatever that healthy snack would be. With the hour of lunch, you could also throw in a quick load of laundry as opposed to waiting for the end of the day to do something like that.
So let's think about it from the employer perspective for a moment. When an employer is now in this situation where we're starting to perhaps ask our employees who can to work from home or make that opportunity available, what are some of the details or things that an employer should consider when they're offering a work from home option to their employees?
Some of the important things that an employer should consider is whether or not that employee has internet and whether or not it is their internet speeds are compatible with the work from home versus a streaming availability. You also want to make sure that they have everything that they need. If they require their desktop, during this time, allow them to take their desktop home so they have all of their files. Also, any printers, scanners, anything like that, make sure that they have that available. Now, we do have options on our cell phones that allow us to be more productive. Instead of taking home a big clunky scanner, we could use an app to scan documents or fax them that way. They should check with either their IT department or the person that generally runs their software, hardware, usually a local IT person, and make sure that their employees not only have access to the systems in the office, but you want to make sure that those logins are available for when they are working remote.
Another thing that you and I had kind of talked about was that this new transition for most employers and employees presents some challenges perhaps with communication. So do you have any tips for communicating employer or workplace with employee or employees who might be remote and not necessarily down the hall from each other or able to kind of just connect and chat quickly? What are some of the opportunities that might be out there for communication to still continue and be effective and efficient?
Spherion is a small business like most of our businesses here in St. Johns County. So we are in that same pool of needing communications. We personally use Google Hangouts. We use the Google Drive for all of our shared documents and Google Hangouts to communicate. We can chat via text message. We could also do a video message. We could do group video calls. Google Hangouts really allows us to be able to be a small little office, work across the globe. Some other ones are Microsoft Teams is a great program as well. Most people today have Facebook accounts. Facebook actually has their own communication portal for just this instance. It's called Workplace. So everybody who has a Facebook account that works in your office can connect together and create a workplace team. Some of the other ones out there are programs called Slack and HipChat. There are so many different programs out there that I'm confident that you can find something that would work with every business in our county.
Thank you so much again for being here. I think that we've had an excellent conversation and there's a lot of great tips out there. We'll be sharing more information online. I'm so grateful you were here today.
Well, thank you for having me. I would really greatly appreciate it.